Looking at Yusuke Murata and Jorge Jimenez art for quite a long time has actually taught me how to draw masculine men, right? Because you don't need to give them bodybuilder like muscles for you to actually make them look very masculine. And it's the same thing like when you're building your physique, right? Or becoming trying to become more athletic or work on your health. If you just have a V taper, you are good to go. And that is one thing I learned about Jorge Jimenez and Yusuke Murata's art. Because if you look at their characters, the characters that they draw, the Batman, the Superman that they work on, you're going to see that, Superman looks jacked for sure. It's still an art style choice, right? Someone like David Finch or Jason Farbach, for instance, will be putting massive veins along Superman's delts, even though they are still wearing clothes, right? They'll be using the shadows over here and be putting like some kind of monstrous veins, right? They'll just do a shadow like this, and then he'll just do something like this and put a very huge vein around like Superman's deltoid like that. So it's still a stylistic choice. But looking at his art has just taught me that you don't necessarily need to add a lot of muscles around the character that you're drawing. All you just need is just to put like a huge V like this. Put a huge V and make sure the proportions of the shoulder to hip ratio is quite small. And once you do that, the character that you're drawing is going to look, and then make the head a little bit small. Don't make it big, make it small. It's going to, and then make the deltoid like really solid, right? Once you do that, your male character is actually going to look very muscular without having to add a lot of muscles around them, especially if you are doing a comic book and you're trying to be as efficient as possible with your lines. Of course, learn the anatomy, very important. It's going to help add all these little lines that will just represent a particular form of the muscle that you're trying to reference. But still, just this simple shape, you're able to draw a very decent masculine looking character.